Good day, I am Kim Ivan G. Velandres and I will be discussing transportation problems. Transportation problems refer to a class of linear programming problems that involve determining the most efficient way to transport goods or materials from a set of sources to a set of destinations while minimizing the total transportation cost. The first thing you have to do is to set up the problem in the matrix form, which in our case I have already set it up beforehand. Next, to obtain the initial feasible solution using northwest corner rule. In the northwest corner rule, you will begin allocating all the northwest corner or the top left-hand corner of a transportation table. Then, assign the maximum amount allowable in this corner based on the constraints of supply and demand. So, in the given example, we will have to assign 50 in this cell since the demand of 50 can be met by the 70 supply. You will exhaust the supply from each row before moving down to another row and the demand from each column before moving to another column. Make sure that the supply and demand are sufficiently met and proceed systematically either a column or a row, making allocation until you reach the bottom right hand. After making enough allocations, you will be able to constitute an initial solution. P1C1 will have 50 supplies, P1C2 will have 20 supplies, P2C2 will have 30, P3C2 will have 25, and P3C3 will have 15. Next, we should compute for the total cost. 50 times 4 plus 20 times 3 plus 30 times 5 plus 25 times 2 plus 15 times 3 is equal to 505. Initial solution. Next, we have to test the initial solution using the stepping stone method for optimality. We must select an unused square to be evaluated. This unused square will be our starting point, then trace a closed path back to it via the squares that are currently being used. But you must remember to only horizontal or vertical move is allowed. The starting point will have a plus sign and the alternating with a minus. Afterwards, we must calculate the improvement index by adding together the unit cost figures found in each square containing a plus sign, then subtracting the unit cost in the square having a minus sign. This process shall be done for all of the unused squares. Improvement index if all indices are greater than or equal to 0, the optimal solution is reached, but if not, the solution would have to be improved. P2C1 is equals to P2C1, P1C1, P1C2, P2C2, and P2C1, or equals to 7 minus 4 plus 3 minus 5 is equal to 1. P3C1, P3C1, P3C2, P1C2, P1C1, then P3C1, or equal to 5 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4 equals to 4. P1C3 equals P1C3, P1C2, P3C2, P3C3, P1C3, or equal to 5 minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 1. P2C3 equals P2C3, P2C2, P3C2, P3C3, P2C3 is equal to 6 minus 5 plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 0.